Because they show it to you all the time in the movies, man. It's no different than you watching a movie and you see a group of people like in a circle and they all humming and chanting a certain vibration. You know what I mean? When they humming and chanting a certain vibration, because you hearing a certain language, you assume that these people is like speaking like a certain language, because they advertise it like that on the surface. But if you go behind the surface, you see that these people are really summoning demons with sorcery notes. You know what I mean? They're using notes of sorcery and encoding it in a language. So it's not so much like an English language, or it ain't even so much a Latin language that you're hearing whenever they're doing these chants. It's not so much a language like how they got English or Latin or all these different languages that's being spoken. It's not so much that's being chanted. It's not the language, it's the frequencies that's encoded in the language. In other words, the language is just being used as a vessel on a particle level to carry the sorcery notes. You know what I mean? Because the sorcery notes got to be carried on a language. That's why you can have the same spell be spoken by someone who speaks English, someone who speaks Spanish, someone who speaks Russian, someone who speaks Latin. You can have that same sorcery note be carried on those different languages. So it's not so much the language that's performing the spell. The language is carrying the spell. Inside the language is encrypted tones and notes that regular people won't hear. They won't hear those tones. They won't hear it, son. You know what I mean? So when you listening to rap music, this gangster music, this trap music, rock and roll, heavy metal, all kinds of music, when you're listening to those musics, you're not listening to music. They code, in other words, they using the music notes. What they would tell you is music notes. It ain't no damn music notes, but I'm speaking the language. They using the music notes to carry a subatomic spell casting vibration that your ears is not picking up. But they need you to adopt the vibration. So how do they get you to adopt the vibration? By speaking a language you can relate to. Meaning you got the gangster rapper speaking in an English language, talking about whatever it is that they talking about, and they got the instrumental playing in the background. That's the veil. But beneath those, and they got the frequencies mapped out. The codes and the frequencies that they use to program the MP3s, the music, is like a blanket that hides the spell sorcery notes. You know what I mean? It keeps it snug in between the particles that make up the vibration of what they're telling you is music, so you can't really detect it. But if you look and see how the people behave, you see that they're not really acting out music. They really acting out the sorcery notes that was encrypted in the music. You know what I mean? And that's alchemy that's being used to create demons. That's why I'm saying it's like the beast is on a whole nother level, man. People whose vibrations is trapped in earth, talking about they earth bound, one with nature, all these people talk about love, all love, this, those people are never gonna be able to understand what's really going on. You know what I mean? Because that's a spell that has been cast on them. They don't understand that when they sitting up here talking about all love and it's all about peace, they are specifically animating out a spell that has been cast on them. You know what I mean? Emotions is spells. When you get somebody to act out a specific or multiple emotional vibrations to a degree where these people are not in control of the emotions, they are under a spell, son. That's not even debatable, man. That's not even debatable. You hear people talk about they are not in control of their emotions, or I'm emotional, I'm always ready to turn up. They are specifically telling you that there is a spell that has been cast on them, and they do not know how to break the spell. You know what I mean? They don't know how to break the spell. You know what I mean? And these type of spells, alchemy, when you're creating these demons and all that, because there's love demons, hate demons, burglary demons, rape demons. I done spoke about this in past videos when these guys in this damn spiritual posse club talking about, or they be having sex with Oshun and all these spirits they talk about they having sex with, and Shiva, having sex with Shiva. They don't understand that who they assume that they having sex with, those entities are pedophiles, man. Those are vibrations that once used to inhabit a human body, and when they was in this physical plane, they used to molest, rape, you know what I mean, violate boys and girls, and they got beheaded, they got murdered, and now their spirit or their energy is cursed to roam the planet, and they have the ability to shapeshift. I gave the example when you're looking at a man that's gay, you can clearly see that's a man. But the way how the imagery is being reflected off of that man, you can see that he has some kind of, and I'm not even going to speak about feminine features, because the reality is gay people, like a gay man is not feminine. That's another misnomer, because real feminine energy is natural. A natural woman, real woman, and the only real woman is a carbonated goddess. But when they want to talk about guys is feminine, no, that is demonic energy that you're looking at, because the spirit's got the ability to shape shift, cloak, and clone, because that's the nature of a clone. When you're looking at these clones out here, they are demons. Not like how Hollywood programmed you to see a demon. A clone is a clone vessel is a body that houses artificial energy, which is a spirit. And spirits got the ability to shape shift and morph and change their appearance. That's how they fool you. So when you're looking at a gay man, you're not looking at a man who's feminine, realistically speaking. You're looking at a demon that is morphing a field to try to replicate feminine energy so they can do their diabolic stuff. Gay guys and gay girls, they all demons. They are all demons. It ain't got to do with like how they try to add, even though it was times I was speaking a language, I'm being specific now. It ain't got to do with an overly exaggerated amount of testosterone in the girls and an overly amount of estrogen in the damn guys. It ain't got nothing to do with that. That's the surface description. Those people are demons. They are demons. Demons cloak, mimic, because they clone. That's what clone is. A clone is a copy. Ultimately, clones are artificial, but they copy, they mimic. You know what I mean? So when you're looking at these guys and these girls out here who's entertaining this spell that's constantly going on, because to do these kind of spells, you gotta know it takes a lot of time for a human to create anything, and a lot of energy.